In chapter 2277, the Stones find themselves embroiled in discussions about the potential marriage between Julian Buckham and Elisa Stone. The tension rises as the Buckhams visit the Stones with gifts, seeking to discuss the matter directly. Mr. Stone attempts to downplay the situation, asserting that Julian is not genuinely pursuing Elisa and that there must be hidden motives behind his actions. However, Patriarch Buckham calmly refutes this claim, detailing Julian's secret gifts, airport pickups, and multiple visits to Elisa's house. Patriarch Buckham assures the Stones that after Elisa passes the door, they will treat her as their own daughter. Mrs. Buckham echoes this sentiment, emphasizing their support for Elisa against any potential mistreatment from Julian. Mrs. Stone tries to explain that Elisa already has a boyfriend with whom she shares a good relationship. However, Patriarch Buckham dismisses this, highlighting Julian's persistent actions that indicate otherwise. In an attempt to justify their reluctance to approve of Elisa's relationship with Remy, Mrs. Buckham implies the challenges of having a daughter married far away. She suggests that the distance may lead to infrequent visits and difficulty in maintaining family connections. Both the Buckhams express their support for Remy and Elisa not being together, aligning with Mrs. Stone's reluctance to see her daughter marry far away. Alice intervenes in the discussion, expressing confidence in Mr. Johnson's character and the potential happiness Elisa might find with him. She subtly questions Julian's true feelings for Elisa, urging the Buckhams to wait for Julian's arrival to inquire about his intentions. Patriarch Buckham is momentarily stumped by Alice's words, as the Johnson family has no dark history to exploit. Mrs. Buckham, however, returns to the discussion, highlighting the convenience of living in Wilspoon compared to Annenberg, suggesting that Elisa's proximity to her mother's house would be more practical. Alice counters this argument by revealing that Mr. Johnson's villa is next door, emphasizing the proximity of their houses in Wilspoon. She implies that Elisa's potential marriage to Mr. Johnson would keep her close, as she frequently declares her intentions to return home for dinner. Mrs. Buckham is left without a retort, and Mrs. Stone speaks up, presenting a more nuanced perspective. She acknowledges that while she has no objections to Julian, it's essential to recognize his lack of genuine feelings for Elisa. Mrs. Stone advocates for allowing the young couple to decide their fate based on their wishes. The chapter unfolds as a delicate negotiation between the Buckhams and Stones, exploring the complexities of familial expectations and personal desires. The clash of viewpoints regarding Elisa's potential marriage brings to light the intricacies of family dynamics and the delicate balance between tradition and individual choices.